Welcome back. Remember, you should be following the manual. You can be accessing that manual using your phone or any other gadget that you can access your Dawascope online portal. Or you can be reading from the one that you are provided within your system here. And we have done staff management, we have done catalog, we have done supplier management. So we want to do a bit of inventory management, receiving, delivery, invoice. So how do we go about this? Now, you should access the pharmacy. Wherever you are, this button is visible to you. You click access pharmacy and you select retailer or any other module that is available that you subscribe for, and it will directly take you to the selling point. But as you can see, you cannot sell anything. You created item master, but the system does not know how many quantities do you have. You must tell it. Doesn't know how much do you sell it. So we should buy. You cannot sell something that you don't have, and since you are not a manufacturer, you must buy. That is, you buy and then you receive the delivery note from your supplier. How do you go about it? You come here to stocks, create stock, create stock, create stock. You should first of all select the supplier that you are receiving the invoice from. You select the supplier and then you enter the invoice number. You enter the invoice number of that delivery note. Note that ensure the invoice number that you input there is only alphanumeric. It should not have any special character. Even if your supplier, the invoice of your supplier looks like even if it looks like that, do not enter such special characters. Ignore them. If you don't, that invoice will not be saved well. So in that case, you should remove the hyphen, remove the slash and other slash. That's how you will enter your invoice number. Also note that you can enter whether you enter as uppercase or lowercase, it will not alter anything. Whether you input lower or upper, they will all be converted to the same thing. So you can even mix here and you'll see how it will be saved. And now you want to receive, let's assume we have bought some items from this supplier. We have our invoice at hand that we are copying. We want to replicate this invoice into the system. So we want augmenting. Once you select that, it tells you that this augmenting is a pack size of 1. How many have you bought? Let's say we have bought 3. At how much per pack? This buying price is per pack. So it's a pack size of 1. So how many per bottle that is? Let's say it is 670. Let's assume there was no discount, no VAT, no bonus. what is the batch number. Ensure you write the correct thing here. Remember, we put the correct thing. What is the expiry date? You enter the expiry date and you add it. Your next item, let's say diclofenac, is a pack size of 100. Now, let's take for instance, you need not buy a full packet of diclofenac. Let's say you bought 40 tablets of diclofenac. Some suppliers do sell in pieces. So in this case, what you should put here, it is not the 40 that you bought. If you put 40, the system will interpret this to be 40 packets, and each packet has 100. Take note of that. 40 means 40 packets. So if you bought 40 tablets and not a full packet, you should put 0.4. So when you submit, you'll have submitted 0.4 multiplied by 100 gives you to 40 tablets. Buying price, it is per pack. Some suppliers do invoice you in pieces. If you bought 40 tablets and they invoiced you 40 tablets, each tablet at 2 shillings, and you put 2 here, it means that you bought a full pack of 100 at 2 shillings. That's what it means. It means if you were to buy a full packet, you would have paid 2 shillings. So in that case, what you should do is, if you are invoiced per piece, you multiply by pack size to know that if you had bought a full packet, how much would you have paid? It is 200. Was there a discount? Let's assume no. Let's assume there was also no bonus. Yeah, bonus, it's always pack. So if you are given a bonus of 1 or one of 10 tablets, don't put it. Bonus, it's in pack. So 0, batch number. What is the batch number? Enter the correct thing. Remember, you want this system to inform you if an item is soon to expire. You also want this system to tell you which item to sell, depending on the one to expire first. So let's assume this is expiring 2027 and that date, and you earned. Now let's assume we have also bought from this supplier. Let's assume we have bought from this supplier Trust condom. In our list here, we don't have a Trust. So what should we do? We go and create the Trust in our item master. We don't have it here. So we go back to dashboard, main catalog, and we look for this item that we don't have. We search Trust. Remember, don't put space after, just for the key, just in case we did not put it. So let's say it's Trust Classic. You add. You can see Trust Classic pack size is 1. We add that. Now we can go back and continue entering, receiving our invoice. We go back to stock, create stock, and we have a pending here, pending 1. If you reverse this video, you see that before it was 0. Now we have 1. Open, Click this button. This is for deleting. Click this button, view items. You can now receive your Trust Classic. Now, I've done this on purpose to show you something. Our pack size of Trust is 1. What does this 1 mean? It means the number of clients that you can sell this item to. Diclofenac has a pack size of 100. That means if you buy one full pack of diclofenac, you can sell to 100 different clients. Augmentin 457 70 ml, it's a pack size of 1. You cannot sell this to more than one client. That's what it means. Even if someone was taking other dose or less than one dose, you cannot subdivide. You cannot subdivide. Trust Classic 1. This means that our pack size means that you can only give it to one person. Now, most suppliers, you may find that some do invoice Trust Classic in a pack size of 24s, for instance. So in this case, let's assume you bought that full box that contains 24. So and your supplier invoiced you as 1. So you have 24 of Trust Classic. So in quantity is you'll enter 24. If you enter 1, you'll end up with only one Trust Classic that you can only sell to one person. So you enter 24. So you'll have 24 times 1, 24 Trust Classics. Buying price, your supplier so do this big box of 24s at, let's say, 750. If you put here 750, it means you bought each of the one that you sell to a client as 750. So what do you do here? You divide 750 by 24. You do with your calculator 750 divided by 24. So 50 divided by 24, it gives 31 point 31.25. This is what you bought per that that pack. Let's say it was charged a VAT, there was no bonus, batch number, expiry date, let's assume to 2026, and you submit. Let's assume in April, back of that, let's say you bought 2, buying price, let's assume it was 500, 523, discount was 5%, no VAT, no bonus, batch number was whatever, and the expiry date is that. You submit. say you bought a doll act at 1789, discount of 2.5, no VAT, bonus 0, batch number, expiry dates, let's assume you bought 2 packets of dollar act and they were of different batch number and different expiry date. So you also receive that differently. Buying price is the same, 1789, 2.5, 0, 0, batch number. This was different, and the expiry date was that 2027. The other one was soon to expire, 2025. What else should we receive? Let's receive the cloth here. Or that is enough. So we assume this is the invoice that you are receiving from the supplier. You counter check if everything is in order. If something is amiss, you end it. You click there, end it. Let's say this was supposed to be 770, and then you save that. Once everything is in order, you submit. Are you sure this is in order? There is no going back if you click yes. You cannot end it and it will enter as it is. Yes. Here you can say yes or no. Now, when you receive items, they are not readily available for selling immediately. They go into a holding area where now you are to enter the selling price. You can say okay or cancel. If you say okay, it will take you where these items are. You have received them, but if you come here, they are not available for selling. So they are at available stock. Here, you want to move these items to inventory. There are two ways of moving them to inventory. You can move by selecting the ones that you want to move in bulk, or you can move one item by one item. How? You tap an item, just tap on the item, and you'll be asked to enter the selling price that you want to enter. In this case, you can enter, let's say 10 shillings, and you submit. If this item was existing, the next time we will be receiving this item, it will be listed here that it was once stocked and it was selling at this price, and the quantity left is this. You can choose to retain the selling price or enter a new price in that case. So we choose to put 10. You cannot enter one, it will refuse. You cannot enter less than the buying price. So we choose 10 and you submit. It has gone, and when you come to POS, you'll find it here. Now we have 40 tablets. You remember you received 0.4 packs, 40 tablets, and you are selling each at 10 shillings. You can decide to receive one by one that way, or you can choose to select the ones you want and you move them. You can see when you select, there's a button that comes and it tallies how many you have selected. You click on that select button, kindly confirm you want to submit item, 5 items, submit. It has gone. Now, we have moved these items in two ways. We have moved one by one, and also we have moved in bulk. You remember when you are installing the percentage margin that you entered. Now, when you move in bulk, the system will calculate for you the selling price depending on the profit margin that you entered. Let's go and see. If you are to sell the item that we moved one by one and we entered the selling price manually was the diclofenac. If you want to sell it, you can see we are selling at 10 shillings and it gives us a profit margin of 400%. We bought at 2 shillings, we are selling at 10 shillings. 10 minus 2, 8 divided by 2, that is 400%. Now compare this with the item that we moved in bulk by selecting. It is 33% because it calculated the profit margin because you submitted in bulk. And so that's how you receive the stocks from your supplier. If you're already operating a pharmacy, that's how you receive your current stock into the system. How? You do your stock take. You can decide to do just a few items every day and you receive them as if you have bought them from the supplier as this miscellaneous supplier. You enter arbitrary invoice number and you receive those items a few at a time until you finish that. Thank you for following through.